It's time to get your pens, notepads, and computer keyboards ready because this one has a lot of information that you're going to want to remember. Hey everyone, it's Adam for RealHomeRecording.com, and in this video I'm going to give you very practical advice for music marketing. This is just the beginning, and I'm going to say this is your homework assignment. This is going to make or break whether your band or yourself, if you're a solo musician, make it. But you got to remember, you don't have to do this all in one day or in one weekend. This is a 30-day assignment to get everything ready to go. So let's get to the first topic. The first thing that you or your band need is a logo. This is going to be the first impressions that people who may become your fans get. It should say what your band's about. If you're a rap star, make it something that goes along with your music. Just the same if you're a pop artist, it should go along with that. It could just be your signature. If you are a solo artist, sign a piece of paper in some fancy way, and then that's your logo. Very simple, very practical. Next up, you want to record, mix, and master your 3 best songs. There's this YouTube channel called Real Home Recording that has a lot of good advice on how to make your music sound professional on a pretty darn cheap budget. So I highly recommend that channel. And then the second thing is, if you don't know how to mix and master, if you're just struggling, you can indeed hire me. My rates are reasonable and you will get excellent results depending on how good your recordings are. Your next assignment is to record a video of you or your band playing these songs live. I don't care if you're recording in your rehearsal space, in your basement, in your attic, in your bedroom. It doesn't matter. Just record a video of your band playing those 3 songs. Next up, you want to ask your audience, and that could just be your friends and family, out of those 3 songs, which one of those is their favorite? Ask for brutal honesty. And if you want to, just ask them why that is. But you want to take whatever the favorite song is and make a music video out of it. After you have a music video, you should get professional photos taken of your band or just yourself. Again, this advice is for anybody who's a solo artist or a band. Okay, I'm just going to start saying you for the rest of this video. Anyway, get professional photos taken, and I would recommend at least 3 wardrobe changes and at least 5 locations. A good, well-rounded set of photos. And take a lot of pictures because people's facial expressions change, their hand placement changes, although that should be obvious, but like for example, you want to go and get photos of yourself holding your guitar, in the woods or something. Like seriously, that's what people do, or do the typical brick wall photo. But yeah, 5 different locations, 3 wardrobe changes, and if you're a woman or you're a bunch of women, consider hiring makeup artists. Even if you're guys, maybe consider hiring makeup artists. A makeup artist. Okay, you have your photos, you have your videos, you have your recordings. Now it's time to make a website. And I recommend either Squarespace, Wix, or Webs.com, unless you know how to program HTML5 and do very good website designs. But those 3 websites will get you off to a great start. My web host, dreamhost.com, they include things like that. You can also do WordPress type of websites. So there's a variety of ways to design a good looking website without having the knowledge of programming. It's relatively easy. You still have to learn a few things. If you don't want to go down that route, then again, hire somebody who already knows how to do this. Another thing you want to make sure is that your website is search engine optimized. I'm going to make a video specifically about SEO, but it's just something that you can Google right now until I make that video. And the next step after making a website, not before, although you could do it before, but I do definitely prefer bands having their own website, is you get listed on the usual suspects for social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, Bandcamp, Reverb Nation, anything music related, definitely get involved on that social media wise. And there's one, Snapchat. I don't know if that's a music thing or not, but get on there anyway. Now that you're signed up for all those different social media accounts, you want to make it easier for yourself to manage them. That's where a app or website called Hootsuite comes in handy. And I'll spell that out on screen for you. Hootsuite definitely makes things easier. You still have to put some work into it, but a lot less work if you use Hootsuite. So your website's made, your social media accounts are made, you've made some posts. The next thing you should do right after that is get your songs, the 3 songs that you recorded earlier, onto different digital streaming platforms such as Pandora, Spotify, just the ones that stream, not the ones that buy. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. And the easiest way to do that is through a website called DistroKid. I believe it's the cheapest option as well. And I like it. It seems to be easy to use, at least for me. I got an album up there pretty quickly. And yeah, so distrokid.com is who I would recommend. And I don't know if this is against the rules or not, but those 3 songs, I would only upload 2/3 of the songs, and at the end, point people to where they can actually listen to the full song. Again, I don't know if that's against the rules. If it is, then I would maybe just put 1 or 2 of those songs and save the 3rd one for later. And the reason you want to do that is because the next thing I would recommend is, because DistroKid, you can upload basically as many things as you want within reason. I would recommend uploading the full tracks to just the pay websites. So Amazon, iTunes, Bandcamp as well. The only thing is I don't know if there's options on Bandcamp to disable certain tracks from being played without purchase, but that's something I'll have to look into. My point with all this is that you're not giving everything away for free. A lot of bands like to do that. They'll just give away their entire album, and I'm like, well, what's the incentive to purchase it? I was ready to give all these different bands $10, $15 that would have definitely helped them a little bit, but it's like their music's available for free. And yeah, I know it's like it could be the principle of the thing, give them money anyway, Adam. But the bottom line is, if I've already heard the songs and I can just stream them, it's like, I still bought the CDs, but still, it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot after all that hard work of coming up with the songs and playing the songs, having the skills to play the music instrument, and you're going to just give your work away for free. It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, here's the thing about iTunes and Amazon. They take a percentage of the money that people pay, and a part of that is credit card processing, but they keep it themselves as well. And my advice is, if you have the technical skills, give your fans the option to buy music directly from you. I plan on making a separate video about this topic because I'm all about cutting out the middleman, and I can actually show you exactly how to do that. It's possible if you just put a little bit of work in. Now that you have all your source material, now that you're on all the different digital platforms, and now people can buy your music from iTunes and Amazon, the next step is to make an electronic press kit. I recommend a website called sonicbids.com. You don't have to actually go on there, but they kind of make it easier to make an EPK, plus they have a lot of tips on what to include. Plus you can see other bands that are on there and get ideas from them. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel, so you may as well look at what other people are doing and then I'll just say copy them, honestly, and plug and play. Okay, this next step is huge, so definitely write this one down. You need to find out every single social gathering place in your area within a, let's say, 30-mile radius, all right? I'll even go as far as to say within an hour drive. So whatever radius that is, wherever you live, anything within an hour drive, you need to know exists. So make a big old list of every single bar, club, restaurant, any place people can gather at that you can set a PA system up at night, or even during the day, depending on the type of music you do. You have to have that list ready, because the next step is to send out your EPK, your music, your biography, your everything to these different venues. And that's why it's so important to do all the other steps first, because without that, without those videos, without the music video, without your songs, these venues aren't going to care about your band. So definitely have everything ready to go for the different venues that you send out. And next up is also important, and that is find out every local newspaper, every local radio station, every local TV station, bonus points if there are dedicated magazines/websites for local music in your area. Now, if you're living in an area where there's not a lot of places to play your music, and maybe there's no local newspaper, I highly recommend considering relocating. And I'm not kidding when I say this, because if you live in a very small town, the chances of your music getting anywhere are a lot slimmer than if everybody in your band or just yourself relocates. I hate to break it to you, but I mean, look, I'll give you an example of Taylor Swift. She lived in Reading, Pennsylvania, and she ended up moving to Nashville. Her family moved to Nashville when she was 12 or 13 years old, maybe even younger. And, that relocation had a lot to do with her success. Bottom line. All right, now after you've played a few live shows, after you've gotten some reviews, and after you have gotten feedback from fans, add that stuff to your EPK. Your electronic press kit should be updated probably on a monthly basis if you're doing things right. If you haven't done this already, and even if you have, continue to find bands that play the same genre of music as you and network with them, talk with them, share their Facebook posts, their Instagram posts, like their stuff, comment on their stuff. You need to actually be social on social media, because networking is the big key in all this. This is something I've personally failed at, and I'm correcting now that I realize my mistakes. But if you're new and you can find a band that already has a good following and be an opening act for their show, definitely do it. Next up, design an attractive merchandise booth, aka merch booth. Something that has lighting, something that has nice graphics, and make it portable, by the way. Make it something that you can fit into the trunk of a little car, because you're going to run out of space with all your drums and your other instruments, and the people that are going to be in your vehicle. So make sure that your merch booth is portable but still good looking. It can be set up in about 10 to 15 minutes, because this is where you're going to sell your music. It's where you're going to sell your t-shirts. It's where you're going to sell stickers and give away bumper stickers, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is design a bumper sticker and make sure every band member puts it on their vehicle, because you're stupid if you don't do this. I'm telling you, so many missed opportunities are created by not doing this. And here's another thing. Don't charge people for a bumper sticker. Even $1 is ridiculous. No. But if you're going to give away bumper stickers, what I would recommend, I know this sounds kind of corny, but after every live show, and people that want the bumper stickers, have like a bumper sticker ceremony in the parking lot of the venue, where you make sure people put them on their car. If people don't want to put them on their bumper, I would recommend they put them on their rear windshield at the top. That's where I have bumper stickers sometimes, so that it stays out of their view in the rearview mirror. But definitely don't just give them away to people, because a lot of people, they'll just, throw them away or, whatever. You don't want to spend money and throw it in the garbage, literally. The next step is to actually burn the music that you recorded, mixed, and mastered onto CD recordable disc. I know it's old school, but people still own CD players. They still have CD drives. There's one right behind me. Can you see it? It's an HD DVD player. It can play CDs. Blu-ray players can play CDs. So yeah, people still have CD players. And guess what? CDs are cheap to burn. I have bought, the fanciest of CDs from bands, and I've bought the least fancy. I don't care. Either way, I still want to support that band. I'll pay $5. I don't care if they recorded on some cheap Memorex or other. Well, Memorex isn't really a crappy brand, but let's say they put it on a crappy brand CDR. I'll still buy that from them for $5. $5 is, throwaway money at a bar. You're spending $5 on a freaking drink anyway. So, put your music, your 3 songs on a CD and start making some profit. Here's another actually all these steps are important, but this one is one that I am taking seriously myself for the past 2 to 3 months. I've realized that Facebook doesn't care about me, Twitter doesn't care about me, YouTube doesn't care about me, but you know what? That's because I'm stupid and I didn't realize that I should never rely on other people to get the message out about what I have to. I'm not really selling anything yet anyway, but I want people to see the videos that are on Real Home Recording. And even though Real Home Recording has 18,100 plus subscribers as of the recording of this video, that doesn't mean that YouTube gets the message out there for me. I should have started a newsletter years ago. So I'm going to tell you guys to start a physical one that you bring and put on your merchandise booth for anybody to sign up to leave their first name, email address, and if they want to, cell phone number. And the reason you want to make this physical news list is so that you can send out news, including event updates and album announcements and whatever else to your fans by either email or text messages or both, so that you can have more people come to your shows. Again, so many bands that I like that I would have went to their shows had I known they were playing locally. I definitely would have went. So if you're not updating your website and also sending out emails and text messages, you're making a mistake. And finally, people love discounts. Americans especially. Black Friday sales, clearances. So what you want to do is do the same thing. You can have limited quantities of different items. You can make a song only available for a very limited time. And you want to make sure that you have discounts for group packages, meaning if somebody buys a t-shirt and a CD, it's discounted slightly to, because somebody might not buy it otherwise, so I don't know, discounted a couple bucks or something. And, people want a deal is what I'm trying to say. Don't forget at your show to announce on the microphone, we have t-shirts and CDs for sale and free bumper stickers. Free stickers. Just say free stickers in general, because you also might want to consider printing those little ones that you can go stick on telephone poles. I didn't tell you that because that might be illegal. But yeah, bands don't do that anymore. They used to do it a lot. I used to see local band stickers all over the place. And I don't anymore. Everybody thinks that everybody's online and seeing messages, and that's just not the case. I always remember the first day that I heard about the band Korn. It was on the back of somebody's car in a McDonald's drive-thru. And I said, what the hell is Korn? And so, of course, did we have Google back then? I think we did. So I found out what Korn was, and I was a fan ever since. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely hit the thumbs up button. Add it to a playlist. That helps. Subscribing to the channel helps. But like I said earlier, if you really don't want to miss any of these videos, you have to sign up for the Real Home Recording newsletter. Just send an email to news@RealHomeRecording.com with the subject title subscribe. And that's about it. I will not sell your email address or any other personal information to third parties, or I won't give them away. I hate spam too, so I only send out 2 newsletters per month. And it's just so that you guys don't miss a single one of my videos. So thanks for watching again. This has been Adam for RealHomeRecording.com. I'm going to buy some Wendy's because they have a nice sign. No, I like their food. And yeah, anyway, see ya.